Aduh, bunyi ngebug lagi.
Citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy.
I do.
Then I'm proud to welcome you to the Vanguard. Now, you all have your assignments. Get out there and show them what the UC's made of. Supra et Ultra.
Unless you're my new commander, it's gonna have to wait.
Besar banget tempat ini.
Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
Ini dia pohonnya.
It's a shame House Varun abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
Aduh. Aduh, nggak nyampe. Nyampe. Oke, berhasil. Yap. Kecil, gede banget tempat ini.
You okay? That was a hell of a jump.
It's okay. Katanya masuk sini ya. Iya cuy. Aduh. Bodoh. Patah kaki deh cuy. Waduh, nggak ada lagi obatnya. Holy shit. Oh, ada air tuh. Harus ngindarin air. Kesini bukan sih? Kayaknya iya sih. Anjir, keluar gua. Aduh, ngulang lagi. Gede banget coy New Atlantis ini.
Off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
A diplomatic visa?
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please.
Security scanners, chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances. Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Holy shit.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the nav. We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast. Another day?
Hujan coy. Mana lagi tadi tempatnya?
Hey there.
The heart of the stone. So I got some last spacious shit, but then I realized, like, takes Toleman 2, Terramorph Heaven.
Gila gede banget New Atlantis sumpah. Ini ternyata oke, masuk. Daerah mana tadi ya? Ke kanan. Oke, buat kalian yang tahu glitch-nya. Lewat sini bukan sih glitch-nya tadi. Emang ada jalan ke situ? Oh iya ada.
keep telling them I am a manager. I should be managing.
Well, manager. Used to make a premium cappuccino, double dairy, and no whip.
I don't appreciate it. And no, I will not make whatever it is you just said.
See if you can't organize a little floor cleaning operation.
Terus lewat mana ya?
Outrageous.
Ke belakang cuy. Oh iya. Gila, maling kita cuy. Sampai kepenuhan gue. Kita lihat. Gila, 178. Sebelah mana itu ya? Lumayan 72.000. Anjir, nggak bisa pencet level gue. Iya.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Storage gue taruh mana lagi? Masa di pesawat nggak ada storage? Woi, seriusan dikit coy. Woi, di mana storage-nya, woi? Apa di bawah ya?
While we're here, it wouldn't hurt if we checked in at the lodge.
Oke, gue upgrade dulu deh.
Hi. Please disregard.
You should see some of the ships we get handed here. Like their owners, thought decorating their ships with heat leech nests would be a nice touch. Hey, kind of breaking my concentration here.
Hey, what can I do for you? Sure thing. We'll get it fixed up, good as new. Just check out the Trade Authority kiosk next to my booth. Otherwise, there's Jemison Mercantile further in. Sure, have at it.
Coba gimana? Ship builder, upgrade ship. Total shield. Banyak banget. Iya, taruh di belakang aja. Nyambung nggak ini ngomong-ngomong? Engine. Wah, gila, ngatur pesawat aja lama ya. Taruh di situ aja bisa. Ya sih, ribet banget ngeditnya. Bu. Dia harus dicopot dulu kayak gitu ya. nggak bisa dipakai tapi.
Nothing for us to do.
Ya juga ya, ada pesawat nggak
Need
dia?
some work done? I'm sure you can find something you'll...
Wow. Berapa harganya?
I'm sure you can find some...
Aduh, di mana kargo gua?
Good to be back on board.
Masa aku mau gua taruh ke Pasko sih?
Captain. Good day, Captain. Do you require assistance with your items? I am ready.
96.
Good day, Captain.
This thing has seen better days.
Greetings, Captain.
Anything I can... Okay, no problem.
Aduh, pencet
Sure,
terus.
how about it?
Atasnya masih bisa ya. Oke. Kita tambah yuk. Eh. Apa nggak ada tempat apa? Anjir, nggak ada tempat ya.
Hello, Captain. You may. I have no concept of privacy. Disengaging converse.
Iya, gua harus naruh di mana ini, coy?
It's you and me from here out. Time to go?
Masa gua mau pulang ke rumah sih?
For memories or not, it's good to be home.
Ya sudah.
Do you require my assistance?
Ya sudah.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay. No bounty. You're clear.
Hope you're not agoraphobic.
My contact is in Vanguard recruiting, so expect a salesman.
Mana lot saya?
Nat, having a good one?
Luar biasa.
Every time I return here, I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to
Banyak kata minyak
exploration.
kamu. Aku mau naruh barang gua dulu. Mana lagi kamar gua, sampai lupa gua.
if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason.
Selamat Adi. Selamat Adi. Itu apa ya? Itu apa? Headset. Selamat Adi. Mas airnya?
Apa?
Pasti nggak mau mangkuk.
Ya taruh aja lo di bawah.
It's about time. Come on, sleepyhead.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight traffic as it is. You have a nice day now.
any clue how irresponsible you're acting right now?
Keren.
I used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside. Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building. This is Mast, the beating heart of the United Colonies. Every decision made in the civilized galaxy takes place inside these walls. I'm one of Mast's resource officers. It's my job to ensure those here on official business get where they're going promptly, and that any rule breaking is dealt with swiftly. Stay safe. Yes? You needed something? Most of Mast's employees have extensive training in their specific areas of expertise. But if you're interested in joining the UC, Commander Tuala of the Vanguard is just on the far side of the room. The Vanguard's open to anyone who can fly. The Vanguard should be able to provide you with work going forward. Enjoy your time in New Atlantis.
Oke, kita mau misi.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships.
United
and
Colonies.
UC provides them with sustained work and credits.
Oke,
And
kayaknya
for your
menarik
time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services. Chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
Ya, mungkin nanti ya.
All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars.
Whoa.
Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something. What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. You'll have to ask him, but Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that. Yeah, bring a coloring book. Get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like. It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have. Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard? We're the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet. Any captain can join, regardless of origin. Get to fly your own ship and earn credits as you help the people in the most distant reaches of the United Colonies, all while earning your way to UC citizenship. Put in the time, and citizenship is guaranteed. Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there. Well, other than becoming a member of the greatest faction in the galaxy, you'd get access to discounted services on any UC world. Credits to help you get on your feet. You'd even be able to buy property right here in New Atlantis. Citizenship unlocks it all. And signing up for the Vanguard is the fastest way to earn it.
Okay.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard. Orientation hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Have some questions? Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us. MAST is short for Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the three co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable. Most people would prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat. Not something I'd ever choose for myself, but understandable.
Banyak banget dialognya.
6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life, so it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. But Vanguard's been a quality assignment. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it. Sure thing. What do you want to know? Just hop into the elevator. You want the button for Vanguard Orientation Hall. Register yourself at the terminals in the lobby and the exam system will get you to where you need to go. Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there. For the exam, we'll be putting you through a combat flight simulation. Let us see your piloting skills, evaluate how you behave under pressure, all without any risk of you inadvertently getting blown out an airlock. For the probationary mission, though, we'll be sending you out on a job all on your own. The specifics of the mission vary by what's available at the time. But we're not about to ask you to storm a Crimson Fleet base or whatever. At least, not on Mission 1. More likely you'll be making a drop-off to some UC citizens in an area that's outside normal naval patrols. There'll be a risk of hostile contacts, but that's far from guaranteed. The exam's just a simulation. Only way you'll be hurt there is if you trip on your way inside. Now, for the probationary mission, we select those specifically to ease you into the type of work you'll be doing here. Make sure you're capable of handling things on your own. But I can't promise it'll be risk-free. The UC sends us on jobs because there could be combat. This mission would be no different. Now, if that's a deal-breaker, I won't be offended if you walk away. But this is the military. The chance of conflict is kind of in the job description. I'll keep an eye out for your results.
Save dulu cuy. Dan banyak banget tempatnya. Luar biasa game ini. RPG banget udah.
I mean, I don't like the UC any more than the next guy, but they've got the credits.
My family never had any love for the UC after the Colony War. Probably disowned me if they knew I was signing up. You enlisting too? I've always wanted to live in New Atlantis, but they only let citizens buy
You've been through the
property,
exhibit?
so here I am.
UC certainly likes to talk about itself, huh?
Grew up in Neon, so I get big cities. But one clean enough to eat off the pavement? That's new. Look, you didn't hear it from me, but I got a tip there's a way to hack the Vanguard exam. Get yourself a better score. Look, you didn't hear it from me, but I got a
Signing
tip
up for the Vanguard? You want the terminals then? Or did you just pop by for 2 heaping scoops of propaganda? I really hope all this historical junk isn't gonna be on the test. Signing up for the Vanguard? You want the terminals then? Or did you just pop by for 2 heaping scoops of propaganda?
registration exempted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
I've probably got every display in this place memorized at this point. Introduction. The Earth exploded. Not that one. What? One of the displays broken? I'll call up to maintenance. This is you here to enlist? Don't worry. None of this junk is on the exam.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus Proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it? Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Not at all. Bye for now.
Ini keren juga bajunya. Bisa nggak sih diambil?
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade. The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
Look, I'm not supposed to be giving opinions on this stuff, but the UC's in a lot better hands these days than back before they signed the armistice. Try not to disturb the other patrons, okay? You looking for the exam room? Just down the hall. Please don't touch the displays.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space. Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xenoweapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
The colony war was a horrible conflict that irreparably ruined our settled systems. There were times I felt that it would never end.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Gede juga robot ini.
I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
No one
You know
knows
it was
how
some
they move
UC
between
general
planets.
that condemned Londinium?
Wonder if they can grab
Gave it
jump or
over to
something.
these things. One of these murals said he was executed after the war. Might have gotten off too lightly. This thing's like an artist's rendition, right? No animal can be this ugly in real life. I really hope this is just a phase.
One of my slates said terramorphs can control people's minds. But that can't be true. I can't stop staring at it. A real terramorph.
In the midst midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Sana, sana.
All 4 of my last science papers have been on Terramorphs.
I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
Dad wanted me to apply for the administration track at school, but I'm going to be a xenobiologist. It's science division or nothing.
I really hope this is just a phase.
All 4 of my last science papers have been on
This thing's
Terramorphs.
like an artist's rendition, right? No animal can be this ugly in real life. I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Seems like... And up there, huh? What? Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the colony war, the pirates used them as forward operating bases, all over the settled systems. Cool spacesuit. Everything good? We're here to be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems.
Hey.
And they like to use old, abandoned facilities as outposts. You know, the ones left over from the colony war.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Try not to disturb the other patrons, okay? Look, I'm not supposed to be giving opinions on this stuff, but the UC's in a lot better hands these days than back before they signed the armistice. You looking for the exam room? Just down the hall.
Ayo gede nggak suaranya?
No one is born a United Colonies citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Ada dari Pak Musin. Ya, Musin depan BCA. Hah? Entah saudara kayak mana. Hah? Iya, cuman dianya loh, dianya tinggal di itu depan BCA.
Ya nggak penting dia yang nganter akunya acaranya siapa maksudnya?
Ya itu yang dipotonya siapa itu? Ya itulah.
Ya maksud tadi kan ini kan cucu anaknya gitu kan katanya.
Iya.
Dan siapanya Mbak Saleh?
Dari apa?
Adiknya Mbak Saleh.
Adiknya Mbak Saleh. Nah itu cucungnya lah paling tadi. Yang nganter Pak Musin.
Jangan gitu. Lah kamu makan dulu.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Siapa lagi ini?
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready. Of course, you'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC science staff, right here in MAST. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuwala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there. While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there. Vanguard assignments can often include both space and ground combat. It'd be bad for both you and the United Colonies to not ensure you're adept in both capacities before sending you out on your first real assignment. The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside. Just head in whenever you're ready,